All right, this is beautiful. I was jamming out. Okay, so thank you guys all for showing up. I'll kind of go over what we're going to be talking about. We are we live now, Freddie? We on Mainnet?
Yes, yes, we are.
Okay, I heard yes. Your mic is awful, but I did hear
Freddy's
yes.
underwater.
So,
We are live.
Yes, we
all
are
right,
live.
cool. So I will. I've got Mark and Freddie here. John will jump in here when he feels like it. Just to let everybody know, the team is dead, with the exception of me, um, because they've been up till like 6 in the morning every night getting things going. I was. I wouldn't have been any help anyway, so it doesn't matter where I was. But they got things cracking on, so excited about that. So what we're going to talk about on this AMA is I'll kind of run through what to expect at launch. There's John. How you doing, brother? Oh, let me invite you up. I know you love to talk, so let me get you up here. That was a joke. Anyway, so at mainnet launch, I'll kind of run through what you can expect um, to see in the app and what you'll be able to do. And then we'll, if you guys have questions throughout, feel free to throw up your hand or ask to speak. We're very informal, as any of you guys know that have ever been to one of the AMAs. We're just some guys launching a project, trying to bring some community together and make it safe for everybody. So no need to like worry about it being the right time or anything like that. We can always get back to what we were saying later if you have something that's important to talk about. So at launch, some of the things that you'll be able to do, we're going to, well, we'll have two staking pools live that are live now. Um, One is an IvyFi pool. We just launched our token just now. So you'll be able to get that and use it for platform purchases, to buy booster packs. In the next probably 6 weeks, we'll be launching a community leaf you'll be able to buy with that. So you'll be able to do that on the platform with IvyFi, and that is available to purchase here at launch through the faucet. You'll also be able to buy booster packs, which you don't have to have to use the platform, but they do enhance um, everything about it. From you'll be able to speed things up in the future. Right now, it alters the amount of rewards that you get back. So it does that now. Also, there's a lot of things we can do with it, from staking, all kinds of different really cool things we can do because of how unique Hedera is, because it sees NFTs as just like any other token. We could never build this app on any other network except for Hedera, because it just, the amount of flexibility that you have is insane. So anyway, you'll be able to get booster packs. You'll be able to mint your IV5 Vault, which is super cool. Um, and it is, I don't think anybody does um, self custody the way that we're doing it. Because first of all, you can't do it this way on any network but Hedera, and I think we're the only ones doing it this way. So basically, what the IV5 Vault is, you'll mint a vault when you want to do staking. It is a non-custodial wallet that you have the master key to, and we have a secondary key. All of your stake tokens go into that vault that's stored on the graph. And then when you want to initiate a stake or bring it back, you have the master key. You're the only one that can move tokens. All that our keys can do is validate what you've already approved. We can't move anything. We can't do anything. We've had it all audited by Hashlock with a secure rating. So we don't mingle tokens. All of your tokens aren't going in with anybody else. For anyone that isn't familiar with IvyFi, we don't hold your data. Even the staking information from your stakes are printed on your receipt NFT that goes in your wallet. So even, we've had the platform audited twice, but even if the platform was hacked, there's no data on it. All our servers do is validate the data in your wallet. Um, so, that's something that we think is really cool, that differentiates us from a security level. So anyway, I'm talking a lot, but that's what the vault does. When you mint it, it'll cost you 20 H bar. Um, one H bar is actually to mint the vault, and then the other, no, is it 10 or 20, John? H bar.
Sorry, I hope you can hear me. I'm having common problems. Yeah, it is 10.
It's 10.
And
It
even
not
though it's 10 H bar,
Yeah, 10 H bar,
um,
but 9 of them stay in the vault, just
yeah,
for gas fees. So you're really just paying 1 H bar. The rest are used for gas fees and to authorize transactions and such. So that's how that works. And if anyone has any questions about that, we'll be glad to take questions on how that works and anything like that, because I know there's nobody else that has anything that kind of works like that on the network right now. So that's pretty cool. So the staking will be live. We're gonna have two pools. You'll have an IvyFi pool that it's gonna run for 4 months. You'll get from 1 to 13%, which would be, if you get the 13% with the boosters and the governor, it would be 39% simple annual rate. So that's what it would be if you left it in there for a year. It's 39%. And then we'll have an H bar pool that will get you um, 0.5% to 2.5% over 1 month. So on a simple annual rate, it would be um, I'm doing my it'd be 6% to 30%. So with no boosters or anything like that, you're getting 6%. If you have the boosters, and the governor and that kind of stuff, you're getting 30% simple annual rate. And just so everybody knows, we don't use the term APY because it's um, for regulatory reasons. It makes it seem like you're compounding interest, which our platform doesn't do. It's just simple. When we say 30%, it's simply if you left $100 worth of H bar in over a year, you would get 30 bucks back plus your $100 in H bar. Now it's dynamic staking. I got to see a lot of new faces in here, so it's dynamic staking. So you can always unstake at any time and then restake, so you can compound your own staking, but we don't automatically do that with the platform. So I have those two pools going live. For governors, any of you guys that have governor NFTs, you'll be able to swap your governor leafs for a Hashinal standard governor leaf. There's a portal right in there. And when you do that, the main thing that we wanted that for is we want all the information to be stored on the graph, and to be transparent for everyone to see, so and not use anyone else's servers. So we're going to upgrade those to Hashinals. And when you do that swap, you'll also get a legendary IvyFi Pioneer, which is $150 worth of IvyFi, which was promised to you when you bought your Governor NFT. So you'll take that, and then we're launching the Pioneer Claim Portal. It's already launched. So you can take that over to the portal. And we've made videos on all this, so you can find it. I'm sure we'll be putting out some short videos this week on it as well. But you can take those Pioneer NFTs that you earned in prior campaigns, as well as the one you get for your governor swap, and claim them for IvyFi tokens right now. So the portal shows you how many you have in your wallet. It automatically deducts when you cash one in, and then we burn the Pioneer NFT afterwards. So anyway, so that's all that stuff is going live. For governors, the booster packs, which I talked about, you automatically get a 50% discount on those. The wallet uh, will recognize, I mean, the site will recognize that you have the governor NFT in your wallet. And instead of it being, it's $100 per booster, and they're reusable forever. But it'll be 50 bucks for you governors, as many as you want to get. Um, they are 50% off when we launch the community leaf in 6 weeks. Um, the community leaf members will be able to get 30% off. So stay tuned for that in the future off the booster packs. So that's what's launching. Mark, did I miss anything that's launching? Because I talked a lot.
No, I feel like you've covered everything.
Mark said, "Look, guys,
Um,
we're in trouble. We don't feel like talking. Jeremy, talk." And I
no,
said, "Look, I can talk. I can talk."
yeah, it's been an interesting few days. I think, as Jeremy mentioned, we've been up till early hours, just getting everything changed over to mainnet. So yeah, Jeremy's definitely the one with the personality at the moment.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what's going on at launch with the platform. Does anyone have any questions right now? I'll go into the Pioneer program here in a minute, and then what we've got, what's coming up in the weeks to come. But does anyone have any questions on anything that I kind of went over? Awesome. I'm either really clear or really boring. Kyle, thanks for joining us, by the way. How you doing, bud?
Great, man. Thank you for having me. You're super, super clear, brother. Love what you guys are doing. I'm actually looking to buy up some Ivy token right now.
Awesome. Wonderful. We love it. And we've been collaborating with Kyle. So you guys might see something with RapDex. Maybe. Yeah. So I'm
100%.
just putting that out.
It's
I'm just putting that
set in
out there,
stone.
So anyway,
Excited.
we're kind of working through the tokenomics, and I think Kyle's kind of working through what he wants that to look like, and so so hopefully you guys will see that in the near future. So that'll be exciting. So anyone have any questions, or I'll move on to what's next, and then I'll open it up at the end for any questions you guys have. So next up, in the coming weeks, we'll start to launch our partner pools. The reason that we didn't do any partner pools at launch is we've kind of taken the approach that we really want to just get everything right and do things right before trying to do too much. So we wanted to launch the project with the IvyFi token that powers it and the HBAR pool, so people can kind of get a feel for it, see how they like it, play around on there, and then we can start rolling out partner pools, because it doesn't take us a long time to get those out now that we have the core infrastructure in there. But we didn't want to try to do too much. And then even though we've been talking with folks and we're in conversation with different partners, we didn't want to overdo it and then do a crappy job for you guys. So wanted to focus on giving everybody the rewards that we promised them and giving them some HBAR staking, which we know everybody's excited about that. Everybody wants to get good returns on HBAR, and then you can get our token as well, and then we'll start rolling out those partner pools. So we have that. Then we did a free mint on Friday. If anybody was able to take part in that, I invited you up to speak if you want to, Brendan, because we love you. But anyway, so
Hey, Brendan.
if anybody wants to take part in, if they took part in that, we had a thing. Mark's been promising everybody forever that he was going to, if anyone that collected all the free mints, there would be a special prize for them. And Mark has that. He's ready to. He's not ready right this second to do it, but he's got it all planned
It's a
out.
secret.
Exactly. He's so excited about it. And so we're going to do that over the next few weeks here. And then after the Pioneer program, which I'll get into here in a second, which launched yesterday, we will be launching our community leaf, which I just talked about. It's going to give you reduced platform fees. It'll give you 30% off those booster packs, which once you get into the platform, you'll see the booster packs are awesome. They're going to do a lot of cool things. So that'll be a really nice value for those that really want to use IvyFi and really want to use the staking that we are going to be providing. So those will launch after the Pioneer program, which runs for 6 weeks from yesterday. And I'll just kind of anybody can get into that, and it's not too late, even though it started yesterday, for anybody that wants to take part in that. It's going to run for 6 weeks. I decided like 30 minutes ago that I'll do updates on this one on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I was doing them every day with the other Pioneer programs, but this one's a little bit more laid back the way it's structured. So I'll just do updates on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And Mark, you'll give me the graphics I need. So that'll be great.
I'm glad we definitely agreed this before right now.
Hey, it's better than every day. So anyway,
100%.
so the main points of the Pioneer program, and Mark, can you drop the graphic in the chat?
Yeah, I'll do it
Yeah.
now.
So there's details and all this, but the main points are we wanted to focus on quality and not quantity of posts and really getting the information correct. So in the past, we had like 3 posts a day. People were like, all you'd see, you open X and you're like, oh my gosh, I hate IvyFi. But it was everywhere. But we really wanted people to be able to take their time and get the information correct, make sure they're checking the white paper, the light paper, making, and putting out really high quality posts. So we just want 3 posts per week. There's 3 sessions. Each session is, or sections, each section is a 2 week period. So when you do 6 posts in 2 weeks, and one each week needs to have a picture or video, um, attached to it, then you qualify for a common level pioneer for the first level. And then for the second 2 weeks, you qualify for a rare Pioneer NFT that's worth $50. And then the first one's worth 25. And then for the last 2 weeks, if you've completed the ones before, then you would qualify for an epic level Pioneer, which is worth $100. That's for new people coming in. Those that have participated in the other Pioneer programs, we're doubling that. So if you've participated in one of the other ones, then you would be able to double each of those rewards. And we're going to launch the community leaf at $400. If you complete that whole thing, you can choose to get the Pioneer rewards if you're an OG Pioneer, or instead of getting the $350 worth of Pioneers, you can opt instead to get a community leaf. And that's our thank you to you for being around, for being committed to the program and to IvyFi. We will make that, we'll just ask you what you'd rather have, and we'll get you whichever you want. If you're a governor, you don't have to take the community leaf. You could just take the Pioneer tokens if you want. It's up to you as well on that. Or you can have a community leaf, whatever. We'll give options. So, but that's only for existing Pioneers who have participated in at least one of the other Pioneer campaigns. So anyway, every 2 weeks, Mark made a really cool looking legendary Pioneer, which you'll be able to see. It's gold, it's shiny, it looks all beautiful. It's worth $150 in IvyFi. That's what the governors are getting. Every 2 weeks, since we're focusing on quality, we'll also check. The team will check everybody's posts, and we will vote amongst ourselves as who we thought did the best quality posts, and added the most value, and we'll send that person a legendary Pioneer as well. And then at the end of the campaign, we also, in the last rounds of this, we did a lot with retweeting and stuff. We don't have that built into this, but we wanted to really encourage, we have a really warm and friendly community, and we love that about everybody in the Discord up, saying good morning, how you doing, how's your day. So at the end of that 6 week period, the team will also pick a community support champion who we thought did the best job supporting all the other people, helping out, answering questions if people had it. And it was just an overall good member of the community who participated in the Pioneer program. And we're going to send that person a legendary Pioneer NFT as well. So I will say that there is one thing I do want to bring up, and we tracked this on the last campaign. Um, we didn't make a big deal of it. We addressed it privately, but we have noticed some duplicate accounts joining the Discord. So we know if you have multiple accounts, we have bots for that are checking on all that stuff. So we know if you're trying to game the system and you're trying to launch other wallets and stuff. So please don't do that. We will not pay you out extra rewards for having multiple wallets. We want to. I think you should be able to tell by the amount of rewards that we're giving that we want to reward people. We're not trying to be stingy. We just want you to do it the right way. Um, so one account, one wallet, doing, one person doing the posts, not 5 wallets and making different avatars and stuff, please. So that's all I'll say about that. Mark, did I miss anything there?
No, just if anyone's new and is interested, like join the Discord. As Jeremy mentioned, we've got a great community, just kind of just general chatting, which is great. So no, I think you covered it all.
All right, well, that's really all I had for launch to kind of go over. We don't like to keep everybody super long. I'm not going to talk just to be talking. So if anybody has anything to add or wants to ask any questions, now's the time. And we'll sit in here and whoever you want. We have the whole team in here, Freddie, John, Mark, and myself. So we'll be glad to answer any questions you have from the tech side or from the, anything. Hey, Kyle, what's up?
Real simple question. Have you guys launched a liquidity pool on SaucerSwap yet? I can't find the pool.
We have.
I see the token and the token ID.
We have not. Mark, can you explain how the token will work?
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're providing the token. It's available through our app. We're trying to make our. Oh, sorry, I'm very, very tired, so apologies for stuttering. We're looking to kind of establish and mature the ecosystem before we look at a DEX listing, which we'll put before the governors. So we want to make sure that we analyze that the ecosystem and demand is there, in terms of kind of like staking the different services we have online. That's something we've got planned in our pipeline for the coming year. And it also just means that because we're primarily a utility token, it gives everyone fair access to that utility token all in one go. So it is coming, but it needs to be analyzed and voted on. So yeah, happy to answer.
Okay, awesome. So I'm on the site now. I can reserve my IvyFi tokens now. Is that correct?
You could. It's a faucet. So if you go to the website, there's Get IvyFi, and it's a simple swap. So you can either enter the amount of H bar you want to send, or you can swap it around and enter the amount of IvyFi you'd like to get.
So right now you can purchase IvyFi. You can stake it for up to 39% simple annual rate, and you can also use it to buy booster packs on the site and use those to boost your either IvyFi or HBAR pool percentages that you're getting back. So that's what you're able to do right now currently with the token.
And just to add, in terms of the booster packs, obviously they impact your distribution weighting on pools, so they'll have different boost levels. As we kind of bring NFT staking online, I know there's been some projects who've been really interested in NFT staking. The booster packs will also have the ability to look at either reducing the amount of time you have to stake an NFT to get a reward, or even to increase, if it's a NFT staking for tokens, to increase the distribution weight that side as well.
Awesome. I'm just creating a vault right now. I'll let you know where I land in a couple minutes.
Amazing, man. And I got on the NFT staking. I might just cut in and sorry, Jeremy, you can tell me to shut up if I stutter too much.
Shut up.
That's hurtful.
I'm just kidding.
No, I know. No, just from speaking to a few kind of projects over the past few months, I think it has been really interesting just how much has kind of opened people's minds in terms of staking, single asset staking, and how it can be used for projects to manage their ecosystem. We bang on about it quite a lot, but I think a lot of people that we've been speaking to, when they think of staking, they think of liquidity provision on a DEX, which is obviously an important ecosystem tool as well, but they're almost two sides of the same coin. So liquidity provision on a DEX, it provides liquidity. People want to have liquidity if they're going to get involved in a project. But what you can do is you can balance liquidity provision with staking in terms of managing your emissions, managing lockups, and balance your ecosystem. So they're different tools, but they're tools that can complement each other quite well.
Well said. Well said. So.
I think Kyle still has his hand up.
Nope, hand's not up, but now I got my vault set up. I already got my IvyFi tokens. I just got 650 tokens, and now I'm about to stake them.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
How you doing, Brendan? You jumped up here, so I want to say hey, since I sent you the invite to speak, and you accepted.
Oh, I'm just doing good. I was listening, and then all of a sudden you said, "Hey, I invited you up to speak," and I was like, "Oh shit, should I press yes or no?"
You should always say yes. Everyone loves.
And then he just leaves the space.
No, but all good, dude. Super excited about this. Like, I've still got to log in and do all my stuff and connect, but I'm super stoked about this. Thank you for having me up.
Of
Much
course,
love to you guys.
Brendan's the real one. Like, the rest of us are out here like, living in this imaginary crypto world, hoping that we're building something. Brendan's already actually built something like in the real world, a real business, a real sport that is helping people. And so it's just awesome whenever you come around. So
Thank you, brother. And you don't cut your guys short. You guys have built something quite unique and incredible within the ecosystem too. And I just think with what we're all doing and kind of the uphill battles we've all faced in different areas of blockchain and getting onto Hedera and the push that we all give each other, the support we all give each other, the community in the ecosystem is freaking awesome. And it's pushed us all to be creative, to think about different ways that Hedera can actually build our businesses and brands. Like you said, I've got a IRL business that is now on chain, well, on graph, I should say, because on chain is wrong, and we've gone through the hiccups and of the up only layer, and we've ditched that whole project. And like you said, we built our own independent web app, so we depend on nobody. With great partners like you guys that have been amazing in helping and consulting and the work you guys, the back end stuff you guys have looked at, and just all of your input has really inspired me to build something great, because you guys have something great, and to be able to merge everybody together, make it just this really cool circle of dope projects on Hedera. And I'm Hedera for life. Like, I'm never going cross chain, never doing any of that stuff. It's Hedera till the wheels fall off.
yeah, it's funny. I'll be walking around the house talking about Hedera, and my wife's like, you didn't really like Hedera that much when y'all started. I'm like, yeah, it's like the best network. You can do all this stuff. We could never do this on any other network. She's like, now you're like a cult member or something. Like, I don't. So anyway, I mean, if the shoe fits, but it's like, for instance, our platform, we call it a staking hub, but really what we're doing is it's a place for swaps, and so we can swap anything because of how the network works. So that's why it's so interesting. With NFTs, you could have somebody that had like 3 different NFTs of a particular collection, and then they stake them, and then out and they stake them for a couple months, and then they mint out like a legendary or mythic level NFT. There's just so much that you can do with Hedera because of the way that it sees tokens. It's amazing. So, and how everything is stored on graph, you can, we literally don't hold anyone's data. So you could never do that. Any other network, we would have to, have a Postgres and have all of your data, on the back end, but we don't have to do that because of how amazing the hash graph is. So anyway, I'll stop talking about that. Anybody else have any questions or anything they want to chat about?
I don't have a question, man. I don't know if it's a secret, but we did. I don't know, Brendan, if we're allowed to say it. We did get a sneak peek at what you're building, and it looks fantastic. When we, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys were the first ones to actually, because it's live, it's online. You can go look at it now, but I wanted you guys to be the first to actually really see it before I even said there was a web page, and your guys' input, and I think it's really cool. Like, you guys have created within IvyFi, right? The thing that I love about it was when you do something, you get a receipt. That was the dynamic ability of Hashgraph with NFTs, and to be able to make changes on the fly. The receipt part is really awesome because you're seeing everything that you did. I can go to my histories, on the wallet and stuff, but the fact that you get a receipt for your transaction, it just makes me feel like super comfortable. And that's something that I think is really cool and special about what you guys have done. And I think that's the amazing thing that the Hashgraph allows, and that Hedera allows, all these unique dynamic features that you can create and build. It's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, and it feels like it feels like there's still so much potential in the network as well. So we can do all these amazing things right now, but as you see kind of AI agents mature and go forward, you see new standards coming online with HCS. Like I think this is definitely the network of the future. Where we are isn't even the end game. And that's what makes Hedera so exciting to be on.
So we had a question from Gut Dragger. He asked about the booster packs, about what percentage they are worth to boost your stake. So it depends. It's customizable, so it depends on the pool. So, like, for instance, the pools that we have up right now, if you don't have any booster packs and you don't have a governor, like on the IvyFi pool, it's 1% over 4 months, so it's 3% staking. If you have a booster pack and you get three boosts, so 3% for each booster, so that brings you up to 10% over 4 months. So that would bring you up to 30% total. If you have the governor NFT, which you do, that gives you a free booster. So then that brings you up to 13%. So then it's over 4 months. So if you multiply that out over the year, it's 39%. So for instance, with yours, Gut Dragger, when you go and swap your governor NFT, you're going to get $150 worth of IvyFi. The booster packs are $100 each but you get 50% off. So you could buy three booster packs with that initial amount of tokens that you get. So you would have enough boosts with your governor NFT to max out that pool. On the HBAR pool, we have it set. It's a very short pool, so it's only 1 month pool. So if you don't have any booster packs or governors, you're getting 0.5% over a month. But if you multiply that by 12, that you're getting 6% on your HBAR in an annual rate. But with all the boosts, each one boosted up 0.5% plus your governor boosted 0.5%. So that comes to 2.5% times 12 gives you 30% on your HBAR. I know I talk fast, so if I lost you, then I'll re-explain. But it depends on the pool, and it'll be clearly shown on the pool how much the boosters and how much the governor NFTs give. Am I correct with this, Mark? The default is 2%. Is that the default?
It completely depends on the rules of the staking pool. So I think the great thing is that it's a reusable utility. So you commit it once, you'll get it back at the end of your staking. You can choose to put into another token pool, another NFT staking pool, or you can choose to sell in the secondary market. So it's all about kind of giving options. And I think, yeah, there's other exciting things that we're looking at for it as well. But I'll leave that there.
No worries. Freddie or John, do you have anything that you want to say? I know you guys are exhausted. If you're good, just give me a thumbs up. You don't want to talk. If you want to talk, then unmute yourself and start talking. But oh, John. All right.
Yeah, well, it's been a bit of a roller coaster this last few days. Nothing really bad in that. It's just the amount of times you would have think. So we've had the app pretty mature now. We've been getting it tested and everything. And then you get to a weird thing where you think, oh, we'll just flick it from testnet to mainnet. I remember speaking to Mark not long ago, about a week ago, going, yeah, it won't take us that long, but it's like that continuous improvement and stuff. If you see things, you think, I'll just make that a little bit better. And it became like a really long development time. But no, I mean, we're there now, and what everyone can see is we have a lot more functions that we want to bring out, and we want to bring them out at a steady pace, because we believe that we are doing something slightly different, slightly new. We're using the network to its full potential. Like I said, we don't store any of your data as well. It's all viewable online, everything from the pools and everything else. I mean, it's your data, your staking, your tokens. That's why we don't, as IvyFi, we won't lock up your tokens. If projects want to, that's up to them when they come online. But for us, we don't. I've been in that situation before. You've locked up for a year, X amount of tokens. You might want them out for whatever reason, whether it's financial, whether it's to sell, whether it's just to move them somewhere else, whatever you want to do. We believe in true DeFi, so it's your tokens. And there were some challenges that came with what we call dynamic staking, but we managed to overcome it, and we believe we've got a really good system working. And then we're just hoping to be able to provide, a nice space for people to be. We're going to have for projects a nice faucet, so you can have a place to be able to, provide your tokens at a fixed price. It's one way out, so be able to give your tokens some utility for them projects that need it, and then staking services, obviously. And I think Jeremy mentioned this before really well. Even though we are calling it the staking hub, because that's one of the services we're providing. But really for us, it's just we're just moving of like items or upgrades, like Jeremy mentioned about NFTs. So we are looking at NFT upgrades, which is pretty mature now that I've become so like being able to have a project. You might have loads of NFTs from a project, right? Well, why can't we upgrade them? Why can't you put 3 together and get the higher one? Why can't we share it about? All powered by IvyFi. Changing your NFTs to a new one, staking for tokens with NFTs. Like we said, we've had a few people that come out and they're like, oh, can you do NFT staking? We're like, Hedera, NFT, a fungible token, or non-fungible token. They're all tokens. So for us now we've got the core basis. This is what we want to show you. These are our foundations. We believe they're pretty strong, but we're going to keep building out, and we've got loads of nice ideas. And all this will come from IvyFi. And Mark was even he was doing some nice coding and working on a little side project that's now might become quite a big thing in IvyFi in a few months. Depends on how much he gets done, and I don't take too much of his time up. So yeah, really cool time.
Cool. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share? All right. Well,
Hey, I would like to jump in there. Sorry, I was just actually texting you. But yeah, we're really excited as a community with the HBAR.H token to partner with you guys and to drop our staking rewards with all that fun stuff with sorry, not the governor's NFTs, but the DAO NFTs and with the token itself. Yeah, really excited about that. And yeah, I was just minting. I minted some IvyFi token. And I got a little block there, but I sent you a message. I don't know if I have to send it to the vault or what's going on, but I'm not getting like the balance of my IvyFi recognized. So just need you to help me out through that.
I'll send you a DM now, Kyle.
You're the best.
all right. Well, I'll give you guys another 15, 20 seconds, see if anybody has any other questions. And if not, then we'll keep it short and sweet. And if you have any issues, join the Discord. If you use the app and there's any issues, let us know. We'll get right on it. Make sure everything's working good for you. And that's part of why we waited a little bit. Freddie has had a few issues lately. Couldn't look at a screen for a while. So we were kind of ready to do this a couple weeks ago, but then he had to have some work done. Wasn't able to really look at a screen for a couple weeks. So we wanted to make sure that we had all hands on deck if there were any, issues after launch, to make sure that we could take care of those quickly. We know it's going to be a little bit of a process. It's a brand new mainnet launch. So I'm sure there'll be a bump or two here and there, but we're going to get it fixed and make it work great for everybody. So anyway. All right. Well, I don't see any other hands. So thank you all so much. I had great participation. Appreciate the governors I see in here. I see Gabo, community ambassador. See a bunch of pioneers. Gut Dragger, AG, Fizzy Pop. Shout out to all you guys. Yep. And all the new people that I see in here. See you down there at the bottom, Prowess. Scott Francis. I can't name everybody in the chat, but anyway, y'all have a good night, and we will talk on the next one. Take it easy.